there's our Maisie. There's my Mint, not doing great. And there's my Pearly Girl. They're out here with me. With a snake that David gave them. They do love their snakes. Oh, you're not interested? She's not tempting you? Come on.
Good morning. It's Barbara. It is Saturday, August 1st. Crazy. Time is just passing. Drinking my second cup of coffee. I went and got the tea and coffee this morning, but I brought myself a coffee and sat up with Dennis. It is a bright blue sky today, according to our weather guy, Bobby. Bobby's telling us it's going to probably be thunderstorms around midnight. It'll be clearish again tomorrow, but muggier and hotter. And then there's a leading string of rain coming in front of the hurricane that's gonna be down by Florida tomorrow. They may be getting it today. You Floridians may be getting some of it today. I don't know. And we will be getting lots of rain, probably not too much wind at the end of the week. So hopefully our gutters will be cleared on Monday because they didn't come today. Because we got lots of rain coming, and if we don't get our gutters cleared, we're going to have water in our basement. Wearing some earrings today that you haven't seen. I bought these quite a while ago. This is gold inside and silver. Very pretty. They don't show up too much with a background of whatever, dogs playing. I went to get dressed today, and I decided, I want to wear something I haven't worn. I don't know that I've ever worn this before. I somehow managed to buy 3 blue and white striped t-shirts or shirts of some kind. This is kind of a little bit of a heavier fabric, which my doing this doesn't show you a thing, and with the buttons. But first I had grabbed a really pretty sort of apricot colored linen shirt that I really like. It's a vintage shirt from my wardrobe of yore. And, it has shoulder pads and everything, so it's like from the 80s. Late 80s, early 90s. And I got it, I got it down. I was going to wear it, and it's so nicely pressed, all crisp, really nice. I thought, and then I thought, then I'm going to wear it, and it's going to get wrinkly, and I'll probably spill something on it, and then I'll have to wash it, and then I'll have to iron it. And it looks so nice now, and if I wear it, then I'm going to have to iron it. So I put it back. I'm a little concerned that I may never wear that shirt, because as soon as I wear it, then I'll have to iron it. And I do have quite a bit of a ironing pile-ish, of things that I haven't quite processed completely or needs to be ironed. I mean, even my jumpsuit, which I've worn, needs to be ironed. And while I was having a lot of fun taking care of my clothes and get them all nice, I'm not really doing that too much anymore. So, so I didn't wear my linen shirt. Do you do that? Or is it just me? Just like, this looks so nice. Oh, yeah, but if I wear it, I'll have to iron it again. My mother hated ironing, and of course, when I was growing up, back in the Middle Ages, everything needed to be ironed. I don't think she ironed sheets, but she ironed pillowcases. Or I ironed pillowcases, because they're the easiest thing to iron, and that you can teach your girls how to iron. I bet she didn't teach my brothers how to iron. But she used, have to iron everything. And she had 4 kids. She tells the story that, you know, her ironing pile was so big, and then, you know, we moved several times. 2 big moves. We changed towns right before I went into kindergarten, and then we moved to Pennsylvania right before I was in the 4th grade. We lived in California. I was born in California, in the Central Valley. I was born in Chico. I don't know that if Chico's in the Central Valley, considered in the Central Valley or not, but I grew up in the Central Valley. And so every time she had a big move, she just left the ironing behind. That's what she says. I just left it. Well, the thing is, if you have kind of this permanent ironing pile that you never iron, it's not like you're wearing the clothes. Right? You know, she'd have to sprinkle and roll things and put them in the refrigerator before she ironed them, because she didn't, you know, there weren't steam irons at that time. So believe me when I tell you, my ironing is like so much easier than her ironing was, but I'm still not a fan. Leslie's always ironing. She talks about ironing. Well, having a dryer helps. Having a dryer means things come out. They don't cut. They still could be ironed, but on some level they don't have to quite be ironed quite so much. But I don't dry a lot of my clothes that I don't want to shrink, even though we dry everything on low. But I don't think Leslie has a dryer. Maybe she does. So anyway, the things you take into consideration when you're getting dressed in the morning. Maybe I'll just wear that shirt tomorrow and show it to you, because it's very nice, and we'll see how my coloring does with that. My coloring has changed, so we'll see. I'm gonna, well, it's hard to, I mean, white and navy, you can't tell if this is, but I'm gonna be, you know, wearing my clothes and saying, you know, I don't know, does this color go? Because I can't tell those things. So it's a beautiful day today. It's actually really nice, and the breeze on the deck. I may actually literally spend some time outside today, because I think for the next week it is not going to be nice to be outside. It's Saturday, so my shows aren't on, so which is probably a good thing. I never got to knitting my sleeves, and I really do want to do that, so maybe I'll put some podcasts on my tablet out here and work on my sleeves. I've got a load of clothes that it's going to go in the washer as soon as Dennis is in the shower. Did I tell you that already? And they're going to go out on the line, because it's supposed to be nice today and not very muggy. That's my plans for the day. I don't think I'm gonna walk the dogs, even though Saturday's gonna be harder for Dennis, because Maisie gets so excited when she sees people, and there's more likely to be more people there on a Saturday. Although they've been having a soccer camp, so we've already been dealing with it. But I'm too aware of my knee, so I'm not gonna do it. You know, I had like 4 days where it was really good, and it's been good. It's just not better, you know, not well. So Dennis read me an article about a sleepaway camp in Georgia. They were told at the end of May they could open as long as everybody who showed up tested negative for COVID. 365 people or something at that camp were tested, and over 250 of them had COVID. And not all of them were tested. Why they didn't test everyone, I don't know. The highest rate of infection was kids between 6 and 10. Kids are not immune to this. Trump's afraid of COVID, so he's, the convention's been canceled. He's trying to talk about moving the elections back, but he can't do that because of COVID, and it's not safe. But the kids can go back to school. That's important. I don't know what my kids are going to do, but my girls are already in daycare, my granddaughters, so. I told you there was a picture of Sammy in her mask. She looked really cute, except it was under her nose. So, anyway. And I feel bad for states who are kind of getting things under control, but we have free movement across states. It is totally illegal to stop somebody from coming over your state line. You can't. The governors can't. You can't. You can't close our state borders. So even if your state is getting things under control, that's good for the moment, but yeah. Anyway, I don't know what I feel like. I am wasting my life. I'm laying there this morning trying to think, what did I do yesterday? What am I going to talk about on my blog? Nothing. I'm in toward the end of the second book of the Harper Connolly series by Charlene Harris. It's Harper Connolly. I couldn't remember her last name. I did get a text from my cousin Angela. My cousin Angela is my father's brother's daughter who lives in Pennsylvania. So she's the only relative I have, aside from my immediate family, who is in the area. And she's in touch. So she texted me and said, Uncle Bob said, how are your parents? Uncle Bob says that their phone is disconnected. Is there any problem? And I'm like, did you know their phone was disconnected? And I, just typed back no, and I dialed my parents. And of course, got my parents on the phone. Uncle Bob is his other brother, one of his other brothers. And so I talked to my parents last night, which was good, except we discovered that we can't talk about politics. Poor mom and dad, they can't talk politics with either of their daughters. Not a good idea. So we changed the subject back. But anyway, I told him, call your brother. He's trying to get a hold of you. He thinks your phone is disconnected. So I also told him that my cousin Angela's daughter got engaged. Congratulations, Katie. Which is fun, but my parents don't have any way for us to send them pictures. They don't have a smartphone, and they don't have an email address they can access. My dad has a Nook, and it's on the internet, but I have to figure out how to get him on email so that he can get emails and people can send him pictures, because my brother John told him I have gray spiky hair, but they haven't seen a picture. Apparently, John has gone to visit. If they wear masks and sit outside, socially distanced, they're allowed to visit for a couple of hours. So I guess my brother John, who lives in town, has done that. So that's good. So next time he's there, he can show my picture. I texted him a picture of me and my hair. But I told him, call your brother. I texted Angela and said, they're there. Don't worry. Bob got the number wrong. You've got the right number. And I told him about Katie. Anyway, so that was the big excitement yesterday. Like, is their phone disconnected? No, I don't think so. So I got to talk to both of them. I told my mother that every time I looked before I got my haircut, every time I looked in the mirror, I saw her face. I said, I had no idea how much I look like you, Mama. She's like, oh, that's wonderful. I'll take that as a compliment. She wants me to look like her, because, whatever. So her knee, she's got a kind of a bum knee going on there. They're going to the doctor again next week to try to figure out what the problem is. She can get around in the apartment, but Daddy takes her in a wheelchair out down to dinner. So she's having some trouble with her knee. My mother's always been healthy as a horse, other than her dementia. My dad's the one who has everything. He's had everything. He goes, you know, you go to a new doctor and you have those forms to fill out. Have you have this, and Daddy's like, he's had everything. Knock on wood. No more. I mean, it's possible he doesn't check something, but I can't think of what it would be. So anyway, so she has a problem with her knee, but they're going next week. And let's see, today is Saturday, Sunday, Monday. On Tuesday is their 70th anniversary. They've been married 70 years. They got married right out of high school. Right out of high school. They graduated in June and got married in August. They've been together for 70 years. So, cheers to the parents. My in-laws celebrated their anniversary in July, and it was 71 for them. Dennis and I will be really old when we celebrate our 70th anniversary. Well, that will be in 42 years. So I'll be 107. It's my plan. Should work out. My kids will be so old. They'll be so mad at me. Anyway. That's all my news. That's all my news. I don't have anything else going on, except it is kind of nice out here. If I'm gonna come out though, I had to put a sweater on in the house because it wasn't that hot outside. It was just humid. The air conditioning was running because it had to get rid of the humidity, and I was chilly, so I went and grabbed my boxy. I was wearing my boxy yesterday, but this shirt is a little warm out here because it is a little on the heavier side. So if I'm gonna sit out here, I'll need a tank top. Maybe Dennis will throw me a tank top down so I don't have to go up the steps again. And that's the plan. I'm not going to do very much today. I hope I'll work on my sleeves. Leslie has her vlog out yesterday, which I haven't seen yet, so I have some catching up to do. And so maybe I'll sit out here and get my tablet. Hopefully it's been charging, but now I'm picturing it where it's not been charging. Between that and my phone, I can watch my stuff. And work on my sweater. And I don't have any grand plans. Probably call the in-laws and make a date to go over there and see them. See how their A's are doing. Their Oakland A's. They won 3 out of the first 5 games. 3 or 4, I think. And they were on TV 3 times. And that was the last time I talked to her about it, so they're happy. Now the baseball's started again. Oh my gosh. That would have been so good for their mental health if they had baseball the whole time. I'm sure that's true of a lot of people, not just them. So I will say goodbye. I had a little video of the girls. They are nowhere to be seen unless you can see them behind me. Nope, they're in the house in the air conditioning. I will talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it, and I appreciate the comments and messages. I really, really, really do. Thank you. Stay safe and stay sane.